Okay, we ready? Roscommon County Board of Commissioners special meeting for June 13th at 1 a.m. The United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Russo?
Here.
Morley? Wolfson?
Here.
Milburn?
Here.
Censor?
Here. Approval of the agenda.
Madam Chair. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Wolfson?
Yes.
Milburn?
Yes.
Censor?
Yes.
Russo?
Yes.
Carried.
Public comment for agenda items only. Do we have any public comment for agenda items? Higgins Lake Special Assessment District Resolution. We all have the resolution in front of us. Is anybody have any questions or concerns on it?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
just for the board's information, I talked with Jody this morning. Crawford County has been informed of this. It's not, so just so you know, we are not leaving them out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Agreement with the Drain Commissioner for lake level management duties. Does anybody have any questions regarding that?
I'm for this 100% and everything, but as far as hours that go, he has to get with you or Rex or something like that. Am I correct?
What's that?
Like for Chase, he would have to get with you or Darlene, you know, as far as hours and stuff. He can't just work a 40-hour week, correct?
It's
Well, whatever the job's necessary.
whatever it's necessary. He has to log everything.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get a copy of the agenda, of
Right. But what I'm saying
his
is,
duties?
yeah,
also?
he can't just come in and work 8 to 5.
Oh, sit there in the truck and just watch things and tally up the bill?
Yeah, okay. That's my only
The
question.
the board is a delegated authority and we have oversight on it.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yep.
For hours. Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions or comments? Okay.
I do have one, Madam.
Okay.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss it?
No, it's down at the bottom of his duties, I believe. Or, no, on the resolution.
It's in the very last part of the resolution, that therefore be it further resolved. It is set at $100 an hour, which is...
Show it to me because I don't see it.
Thanks, Darlene.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the back pages. Sorry about that. Because I was talking, okay, I get it.
And I'd like to point out that is a reduced rate from what he was getting.
Excuse me.
Buck and a quarter, am I correct? Buck and a quarter
That's what
before?
it was before, correct?
$125. I don't want anybody to think it was $1.25.
Right.
Herb will beat me up after the meeting going, $1.25 an hour?
Okay.
Question, Madam Chair.
We understand you, Mark, that's all that counts.
Okay, on to motions and resolutions. Whenever you are ready.
Need it, huh?
Move to adopt resolution number 2025-06-01, assignment of Lakes Manager additional job duties to Drain Commissioner. Whereas Higgins Lake, Houghton Lake, and Lake St. Helen in Roscommon County have legal lake levels as established in 1982 by the 34th Circuit Court. And whereas the Roscommon County Board of Commissioners, serving as delegated authority for Higgins Lake, Houghton Lake, and Lake St. Helen, are committed to maintaining the legal levels as required under Act 451 of 1994, Part 307. And whereas Act 451 of 1994, Part 307, Section 324.307082, authorizes the county to enter into contract for operation and maintenance of existing lake level control structures. And whereas the Roscommon County Board of Commissioners do believe that it is in the best interest of all visitors, special assessment district property owners, and the county as a whole to provide expertise and oversight in the form of a formal lakes manager. And whereas the currently elected Roscommon County Drain Commissioner, Chase Shepke, possesses ample knowledge, experience, and education to serve under the direction of the Board of Commissioners as delegated authority in the role of Lakes Manager, with duties as outlined in attached Lake Manager job description. Now therefore be it resolved that the Roscommon County Board of Commissioners, contingent upon full acceptance and agreement of the Roscommon County Drain Commissioner, does hereby offer and assign the additional job duties of Lake Manager to the Office of the Drain Commissioner effective June 13th, 2025. Therefore, be it further resolved, the pay for said additional job duties will be set at a rate of $100 per hour payable from the established Special Assessment District funds and will continue throughout the full term of the current Drain Commissioner or until such time that Chase Shepke resigns or retires from his role as either Lakes Manager or Drain Commissioner, whichever comes first.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
Chair,
Yes.
I just realized this. We're not taping this meeting?
Yeah.
Being taped?
Yeah. It's not on TV no more, Mark. It's not a Zoom
I was
meeting.
expecting it's being zoomed, am I correct?
We don't Zoom our meetings no
Well,
more.
not Zoom, but it is being taped.
Yes. Yep, Andy was in and said everything was all set.
Just wanted to make sure of that before I voted.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Wolfson?
Yes.
Russo?
Yes.
Milburn?
Yes.
Censor?
Yes.
Motion carried. Resolution adopted. Sorry. Okay. Move to adopt resolution number 2025-06-02. Resolution authorizing creation of assessment for Higgins Lake SAD. Whereas Higgins Lake, located in Garish Township and Lyon Township, Roscommon County, and Beaver Creek Township, Crawford County, Michigan, has established normal lake levels by the Roscommon County Circuit Court under Part 307 of the Natural Resources and Environmental Protection Act, Act 451 of 1994, as amended, Part 307, and whereas the Roscommon County Board of Commissioners, in coordination with the Crawford County Board of Commissioners, have jurisdiction for the operation and maintenance of the normal lake levels of Higgins Lake. See MCL 324.30702. And whereas a petition dated June 12, 2023, was filed with the Roscommon County Circuit Court on behalf of Roscommon County and Crawford County, requesting that the court establish and confirm the boundaries of a lake level special assessment district to fund maintenance of Higgins Lake's normal lake levels. And whereas on September 15th, 2023, the Roscommon County Circuit Court entered an order establishing and confirming the boundaries of the Higgins Lake level special assessment district. And whereas Part 307 authorizes a county board of commissioners to determine that the cost of a normal lake level project, including the cost of establishing a special assessment district and maintenance and repairs of lake level infrastructure, be defrayed by special assessments against a lake level special assessment district. See MCL 324.30711 and MCL 324.30712. And whereas Roscommon County anticipates that it will require the assistance of consultants, including legal counsel, engineering consultants, and communications consultants, to compile and approve a computation of costs and assessment rule consistent with the assessment hearing process outlined in Part 307. And whereas Part 307 requires annual expenditures of over $10,000 related to a normal lake level to be approved by the County Board of Commissioners, MCL 324.307224. And whereas, based on the facts herein, the Roscommon County Board of Commissioners finds it necessary to authorize holding an assessment hearing for Higgins Lake consistent with the process outlined in Part 307. 2, authorize retaining necessary consultants to assist with the assessment hearing process. And 3, authorize spending over $10,000 annually for activities to maintain the normal levels of Higgins Lake. Now, therefore, be it resolved, assessment hearing. Roscommon County is authorized and directed to hold an assessment hearing for costs to date related to the Higgins Lake lake level, including but not limited to the cost of establishing a special assessment district. Legal counsel. Roscommon County may retain legal counsel Fahey Schultz Rhodes PLC to assist with legal matters related to the assessment hearing process outlined in Part 307, including but not limited to the compilation of computation of costs and special assessment rule, attendance at public meetings and hearings, and preparation of all necessary materials, notices, resolutions, etc. Engineers. Roscommon County may retain the engineering firm Spicer Group, Inc., to assist with engineering activities related to the assessment hearing process, including but not limited to the compilation of a computation of costs and special assessment rule, attendance at public meetings, hearings, and preparation of all necessary materials, mailings, lists, etc. Communications. Roscommon County may retain a communication consultant to assist with communications activities related to the assessment hearing process, including but not limited to communications with property owners and other stakeholders, attendance at public meetings and hearings, and preparation of all necessary materials, notices, presentations, etc. Over $10,000 expenditure. The Roscommon County Board of Commissioners approves annual expenditures of over $10,000 for activities to maintain Higgins Lake's normal levels. MCL 324.307224. This express authorization to spend more than $10,000 annually shall authorize annual expenditures of over $10,000 for all years in which work for the activities authorized herein continues to occur. Costs of activities. All costs associated with the activities authorized in this resolution includes the costs of all necessary consultants shall be reimbursed by a lake-level special assessment district to the extent permitted by Part 307.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes. I'd like the board to be aware this will be kind of an incremental thing as it happens. Some of it will be based on court hearing dates, public hearing dates, and also funds to accomplish. So whether or not we get this accomplished within 6 months or so, that's up in the air because there's a lot of variables in it.
Very much so. Thank you, Rex.
I'm sure it needs to be noted, and I'm sure that we'll do this. It's important for Mr. Shepke to come in and inform the board from time to time, to inform the public.
I agree with that, and yes, Chase will be coming in and or sending a monthly email, at least, at the very least.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
I believe really what the next step after this is going to be is forming the assessment rule. And that is to assign factors to each parcel and determine what parcels and how those factors. It's the same thing that we did for Houghton Lake and the same thing we did for Lake St. Helen. After that, obviously, there will be lots of public meetings where people can ask questions. All their questions can get answered. Their concerns can be answered. The computations of costs will get developed, and that way they know exactly. Each lake is uniquely different, but the process is pretty much, we're following the same process under each of the lakes.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I'd like to mention each of the lakes so far, and I assume Higgins Lake is going to be the same, concern us fairness in who pays what. If memory serves me right, an example would be in Denton Township paid maybe over $18,000 when the average lakefront home paid like $300.
301.52, I believe it was, to be exact.
And then, of course, the DNR was charged. And so you can see we're addressing people that don't live on the lake paying their share. And it's quite a spread between $18,000 and $300. You know, and that just shows you how in the assessment, the statute allows us to gather money from other than just the property owners on the lake.
Campgrounds, DNR,
Campgrounds, yeah.
everybody.
So just so the public's aware of, and we're going to follow the same methodology, developing the factors in the assessment role as the other lakes. Each lake had to be fine-tuned because each lake is different. So I would assume Higgins Lake is going to have some tweaking in that process, but the same methodology is going to be used in the assessment.
Yep, mobile home parks, everything.
Yeah. So, and also, Mr. Shepke is going to be helping with that assessment role.
Thank you, Rex.
Any other? Yes.
I just want to clarify that just like the other initial roles that were created, there is an actual court hearing for a special assessment role that follows the same process as a drain special assessment role. I don't want the 6 people in the audience to be expecting that. It is the public hearing that comes before.
No. Any other questions, concerns? Okay.
Explained it very well.
Roll call, please.
Spencer,
Yes.
Russo,
Yes.
Milburn,
Yes.
Wolfson. Yes. Resolution adopted.
Thank you for the clerk's office on a good job of reading all this.
Public comment. Do we have any public comment? No, because there's nowhere for me to.
Dave Bisbee, Denton Township. I'd just like to bring to attention your statement you made, Rex, about township paying $18,000, so the other people are paying their fair share, other than the people paying the $300. Well, those people paying the $300 are paying their fair share of that $18,000. So not only do they get hit with the $300 and some dollars, they also get hit with the share of paying their share of the townships. And my second comment was, I don't recall in any of the open meetings where it was discussed and approved to change from 88 datum to 29 datum, as you expressed, and you had the system changed to report in 29 datum. Brought that up Wednesday. Didn't see that in any open meetings. Is it? I'm slightly confused then, because I know what I heard.
There's no back
You're
and forth.
saying that, that's your thought and the way you're at, I guess. Thank you.
Fred Cotterman, Houghton Lake. We had this USGS reporting site on Old 27. It worked quite well for a number of years. We had a whole bunch of historical data on that. It went back, 42 years. It was a great site. You could type in numbers and you could get years, you could get yearly average. It was also linked to the USGS national database. What a great site we had. you abandoned it for this hi-fi. Since we had hi-fi, it hasn't worked that well. East Bay hasn't worked that well. And I don't know if I trust this hi-fi data or not. I see East Bay now is offline again. I don't know why. I see Rex did answer a question for, guess he won't answer this one. Anyway, it's offline now. If you intend to leave it offline, can we come up with the money to keep it online? This site is by my house. It gives me the data I need when the wind blows. I got 8 miles of fetch. When the wind blows, the lake can come up 6, 8, 9 inches, and the waves can get 3 to 4 foot. I get flooded. We need these gauges, and I hope you don't abandon the East Bay gauge. It's not that much. I could probably come up with the money to keep it running for you. I believe it's $1,200 a year for the maintenance once it's installed. You've already paid the installation fee. And I think this board would want that data as well. As for what the lake level is today, I'm not sure what it is. Your gauge half a mile downstream gives you that level a half a mile downstream. We don't have a gauge right now that tells us what the lake level is. And we're going through all this process, special assessments. It seems to me that we need accurate data on what Houghton Lake level is. And you don't have that. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Okay, with no further public comment, this meeting is adjourned. All in favor say aye.
Aye.